Hello and welcome to Piano Shack with me, Woody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you've seen part one where I go through the first arrivals of my $4,000 synth haul. Now, just to be clear, I'm not here to show off about how much money I've spent or all of my gear. This is to let you know that I'm investing my own money into the channel so that going forwards we have lots of interesting new gear and a variety of topics for me to feature on the channel. So let's get right into it. The first one, let's take it top down. The first one, actually, I wanted to build this up a little bit. I think this is the gem in Roland's synthesizer lineup, their current lineup. It's an affordable synthesizer, compact form factor, runs on batteries. It's a digital model of the Legendary, and I'm having a mind blank. I've left out and this guy is a real noob. SH101, that's it, except this has 4-note polyphony, so it's a polyphonic SH101, one of my favorite synths of all time, coming in at under 200 bucks, I think around 200 bucks. Yes, I am talking about this, which I bought brand new. This is the Roland Tweak synthesizer S1, still in its box. I bought this brand new because it was so inexpensive. Not only does it have the 4-voice SH101, but you get a step sequencer and plenty of effects. Haven't opened this yet, we'll unbox it later in the video. Let's put it over here. And this is my first time trying out some of these new Ira, I never know how to say these things, Ira compact synthesizers from Roland. So, the next one is right at the bottom. Just a second. Right, as you know, I love my groove boxes, and there's one groove box slash sampler slash drum machine. Oh, I'm revealing stuff here. That I've been wanting to try for 15, 20 years. We're going to do it now. I want to know, is this thing just for beat makers, for sample loop choppers, and for boom bap music producers? I can hardly even say it. We're going to find out. This is the Akai MPC 1. Yes, the first time I've ever tried an Akai. Is the workflow as legendary and great as they have you believe on YouTube? Fuck! Shit. So this is not the latest version. Okay, let me give you the backstory. What I really wanted to buy was the MPC Key 37, the latest release, which is the groove box with a 37-note keyboard. I just love the idea of that form factor. But that's going to cost about $1,000 if you buy one new. But I just want to dip my toes in the water and see if I get on with the workflow, if it clicks for me, if I like this operating system. So my bright idea was to buy one of these used. It's not even the latest model. The MPC 1 Plus is the latest, but this is only 3 years old. It has the exact same operating system. You can load plugins. I'm really excited to try the Jura 1 or the Jura. I think it's called the Jura. It's a Juno 6 emulation. And I have it here. I've already unboxed this to test it out. This one I bought used for 450 bucks. Here it is, with an included Decksaver, which is really nice. I see a lot of the gear I'm buying used already has the Decksaver, which is a huge bonus. I hope you saw my video, by the way. Not many people watched it, but we did some durability tests on these things to see how much it takes to actually destroy them. I'll leave a link to that in the description.
När man ser
But here it is. I was actually pretty impressed with the sturdiness. Nice, it's got a metal base, but the rest of it is plastic. It felt really nice. The screen was awesome, really impressive. And the feel of the controls, the knobs, buttons, top notch. And the sound of this was really nice as well. So I'm looking forward to learning how to use this. It could be the brain of my doorless setup. So what I'm thinking with this, if I don't get on with it, if I don't like it, then I'll sell it for pretty much what I paid for it. Nothing to lose. If I really like it, then I'll sell it for what I paid for it and buy the Key 37 instead. So how about that? Let's have the covers off. Okay, the next one, which we've got poking out here. Yes, many of you were talking to me in the comments and saying that I would need some kind of effects unit, because some of the synths I showed you in the last episode didn't have any effects built in, and some of the ones we've got today as well. So I need some effects. I'll be happy with just a bit of reverb, delay and chorus. And also I need a mixer. If I'm going to be playing several of these keyboards at the same time, well, in theory several, but in reality probably no more than 2 or 3, I'm going to need to mix them together and then get them over to the computer so that I can record what I'm doing. So I found this. This is by Soundcraft, a UK company, which is why the UK flags are all over it. And this one actually, we'll unbox it in a minute. I haven't opened this yet myself. I bought this brand new. I think it was quite reasonably priced. I got a bit of a good deal on it for $150. What's next? Okay, this is a bit funny. I hate the sound of the Roland TB303. You know, the 303 bassline thing that you hear in acid house, all those squelchy, burpy bass lines sequenced. I hate them. But as I say to my son, you should try everything once when I'm trying to get him to eat new dishes and so on. So yes, even though I don't like it, I've never had a 303, we need to try it. So I bought 2. Yes, I hate the 303, so I bought 2 of them. That could be a good video title. Let's do the one I bought first. Bugger off! So first is this one here. This is the TD3 Silver. SR means silver. This is available in many colours from Behringer. This thing I bought used for about 80 bucks. But to buy a new one is only about 120, 130. They used to be cheaper, but they've gone up a little bit in price. This is an analog, true analog recreation of the Roland TB303. I'm getting confused with the names today. Why did he upload this rubbish? Eat up the jam on your toast. Eat up the jam, eat it up. Yay! I think I'm going to write an angry comment. Yeah, it is TB, but Behringer call this the TD, for obvious reasons. This thing is pretty incredible. It's so lightweight, it's just a little plastic box, but with all the controls, the exact same controls, in fact, as the original, as far as I know, with the addition of a overdrive circuit here on the right. I've checked this out briefly just to make sure it all works. It sounds pretty cool actually, but very, very bare bones device, but pretty amazing. $80 for this, an analog 303 bassline. Wow! Yeah, I don't like the sounds of these because they were overused in acid house music, where they would have tons of distortion, tons of resonance, and it just sounded unpleasant to me. But I've got a hunch these can also be used much more tastefully, so that's something I'd like to put to the test. So I bought this one, although the one I really wanted to buy was the boutique TB303. I thought it would be kind of nice to get the 303 from Roland. And then 2 days after I bought this, one came up for sale, so I bought that as well. So let me show you that. Oh, I love that! So yes, next then, we have the Roland Boutique TB303, there it is, and we have it over here. Again, this one was sold to me with a lovely Decksaver again, and unlike the earlier boutiques, when you buy this one, you get the dock stand thing included. So let's use that now, and there it is in all its glory. So both of these are pretty faithful to the original 303 from the 80s, I suppose. If you don't know what it is, the 303 was just a bass-line synth, attempting very badly to emulate the sound of an electric guitar, but it became very popular in house music, and especially acid house, and still really popular today with electronic musicians. So looking forward to trying these out. Both faithful to the original design. This one more so. This one has some convenience features for making recording your own patterns a bit easier, which is notoriously hard on the original 303 and on the Behringer. Super impressed actually with the feel of this one, with the metal plates, really nice feeling knobs and buttons, and even the Behringer actually feels really good. Bought this one used and this one used. This one I think I paid, don't quite remember, $350 for. This one $80, so a pair of 303s. Okay, let's total everything up to see what I spent on this rubbish, and then we'll do the unboxing of this and my new mixer. Hallelujah. Mind blown! So the grand total for all of this gear was $4,160. plus shipping, fees, and so on. And I haven't really done the exchange rates correctly, so it's a bit more than that. Probably looking more like $4,300. But when you're buying it in small components like this, you don't quite notice how fast it's all adding up. But a lot of this I bought used, so I can make the videos with it. And if I don't find the gear to be a keeper, I can sell it for pretty much what I paid for it. So in a way, it's like free instrument rental. And the stuff I bought new, pretty sure I'll be keeping and hanging on to. Otherwise, it's not that expensive. So if I sell it at a slight loss, who cares? Who cares? By the way, in the first part of this video, I discussed why I didn't want to do any of this with brand deals or sponsorships. So if you're curious about that part of it, then go and watch part 1. Thanks. Okay, let's tear into the Tweak synth. What a funny name. Love the green packaging. Actually, the packaging is very nice indeed. If I can just, there we go. An exciting moment. An SH-101 that's polyphonic. It's all digital, of course. It's there. I think this is probably based on the Zen core, not so much the ACB, but I could be wrong. Oh, wow, it's very small. Let's move that over to the side, so you only get the device itself. There's nothing else in the box as far as I can see. Here it is then. Incredible. Packed so many features into such a little box. Wow, cool. Look at that. So I did have to buy a whole bunch of cables as well. For example, this doesn't have MIDI in, which I need to sync it up to the drum machine. So I needed to buy a whole bunch of patch cables, MIDI dongle converter things, even a, yeah, I can show you that in a second actually, a MIDI through box. But yeah, this is cool. Tiny little knobs, but they feel pretty sturdy actually. What a cool thing. I really like it. That's awesome. Another look at it there. Yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing these new Ira compacts and really liking what I'm seeing here. Very cool, Roland. Okay, what about this one then? The all-important mixer, the hub of any doorless jamming setup. There's the schematics for it. Presumably the power stuff in there. Got it upside down. Okay, let's have a closer look together. So the main thing to consider when buying one of these is the inputs. We have combo jacks here, so I can plug one mono phonic, as in not stereo, synth into this channel, one into this channel, so two monophonic synths, and then we have a stereo channel there and a stereo channel there for two stereo synthesizers, and we even have phono jacks for a third line input channel. So these are stereo line inputs. These will be two mono line inputs. As a Brit, I'm loving the design of the logo there. Soundcraft is a UK company, makes some really high-end mixing desks, so there's some nice pedigree behind this one. And the reason I bought it as well is we have a Lexicon-powered studio effects, reverb, delay, chorus, and that kind of thing. So I can apply those to individual channels as well using the channel send controls. Nice master control, and wow, the knobs, faders feel really good. So yeah, super happy with this purchase, and it's even got USB over to the computer as well. So I've got one more piece I wanted to show you as well. This is a MIDI Solutions Quadra through box. If you have one drum machine sending MIDI clock, but 3 or 4 devices that need to receive it in order for the tempos to be synced up, then you need something like this. None of this gear has MIDI through, and the drum machines only have a single MIDI out. So you send the MIDI out from the drum machine in there, and then that gives you 4 through ports where you can then send the same clock to up to 4 different synthesizers. So there is another shot of the haul for today. I thought that was a great word that someone put in the comments there. Again, just to be clear, I'm not boasting, bragging, or showing off. I just want to let you know that I'm investing into the channel. So we have a lot of new, interesting gear going ahead. And also for myself, I'm really looking forward to getting to grips and playing with all of this incredible equipment. What I'm not looking forward to so much is learning how all of this new gear works. I think I'm more of a player and a musician perhaps than a technician. So the fact that I need to learn all of these different control systems and operating systems, especially on something like this, is a little bit daunting, if I'm going to be honest with you. I guess that's the advantage, in a way, of a workstation synthesizer. Although they tend to be very complicated, at least it's only one thing that you need to learn. And believe it or not, there are actually 2 more synthesizers incoming. I've gone completely insane. Anyway, so there you go. I guess this video, in effect, was a bit of a teaser of the exciting things we have coming up. Yes, I will do 1 or 2 videos at least on all of these new products. So please do consider subscribing if that's something that's interesting to you. And thank you so much to those of you that have already subscribed. It really means a lot to me. Until next time then, thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Cheerio. I'm going to call this the biscuit beat.